Hey, what up? Welcome back to another video on one of the YouTube channels ever, and today we're going to be talking about the major, or maybe I should say minor, Dr. Disrespect situation. Wait, don't leave the video, I'll stop. But jokes aside, the reason it's taken me so long to upload this video is because I was honestly just waiting for more information to come out. I didn't really want to jump the gun and rush out a video and start calling this guy all types of names when most of the information that we had were really just allegations. But now that we finally got a concrete response from Dr. Disrespect himself, we finally have something to actually base our opinions on that isn't just allegations. I could also only assume that if you clicked on this video, you probably already know who Dr. Disrespect is, so I'm not even gonna waste your time explaining that. So getting right into it, Dr. Disrespect finally responded to the allegations in a pretty lengthy tweet, so we're gonna be taking a look at that first. And after this tweet came out, a few of his closest friends also came out with videos pretty much just talking about the situation and giving their opinions on it, so we're gonna be looking at those as well. But with that out of the way, let's hop right into the tweet. Let's cut the BS. As you know, there's no filter with me. I've always been upfront and real with you guys on anything that I can be upfront about. I'm always willing to accept responsibility, which is why I'm here now. First and foremost, I do want to apologize to everyone in my community, as well as those close to me, my team, and everyone at Midnight Society Game Studio. A lot of people have been left in the dark about what happened yesterday with Midnight Society and I, and we made the painful decision collectively to have me step down. Our team is full of incredibly talented and good people that have high career ambitions and families, and I never want to jeopardize the culture we have carefully crafted. Everyone has been wanting to know why I was banned from Twitch, but for reasons outside of my control, I was not allowed to say anything for the last several years. Which, looking at the situation now, it seems like that played out more in his favor than anything else. Back when this was really all first planned out, people were making a big point that it's a huge downside that no one can speak out on the situation or what's going on, and like I said, looking at the situation now, that was 100% beneficial to Dr. Disrespect. If they were actually able to talk about that situation any sooner, he definitely wouldn't have gotten those extra few years out of his career. Because even with the weird situation and all those allegations against him, during that time, it was just still unproven allegations, so he still had a ton of fans, and a ton of his fans were still defending him. Now that two former Twitch employees have publicly disclosed the accusations, I can now tell you my side of the story regarding the ban. Was there Twitch whisper messages with an individual minor back in 2017? The answer is yes. Was there real intentions behind these messages? The answer is absolutely not. Yeah, man, even if there weren't intentions behind it, I don't really know how easy it is to believe that, because one, why would you be messaging them inappropriately anyway? And two, I swear to you, this is like the same defense that every single predator uses. Go watch like any Chris Hansen catching video, and they'll say the exact same thing. Aw man, sure you caught me in the act, but although those messages do look pretty damning, there weren't any real intentions behind it. Come on man, you know it's just a little joke. Saying that there wasn't any intentions behind it doesn't really work as a defense. These were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate, but nothing more. Bruh, you cannot have casual and mutual in the same sentence as inappropriate when you're talking about messaging a minor. I also don't understand the point that all these different people that get caught talking to minors make that, oh yeah, sure the messages were pretty weird, but they were mutual. They definitely 100% were not. That's actually the crazy thing about minors. If you're talking about something inappropriate, they cannot be mutual. It just turns into grooming. Nothing illegal happened, no pictures were shared, no crimes were committed. I never even met the individual. Now I know he's trying to use this as almost another point to try to defend himself, but to me, this almost makes it worse. Just looking at it how it actually is and realizing that he was actually inappropriately texting a minor, and then looking at the specific point, almost makes it sound more like, damn, I got caught before I was able to escalate it any further. I went through a lengthy arbitration regarding a civil dispute with Twitch, and that case was resolved by a settlement. Let me be clear, it was not a criminal case against me, and no criminal charges have ever been brought against me. Now, from a more moral standpoint, I'll absolutely take responsibility. I should have never entertained these conversations to begin with. That's on me. That's on me as an adult, a husband, and a father. It should have never happened. I get it. I'm not perfect, and I'll fucking own my shit. That was stupid. Alright, now, kicking it off, stupid is a bit of an understatement. You're maybe looking for more of a word like possibly illegal, disgusting, and maybe even sinister. But bad choices of words aside, speaking of him being a father and all these other things, it leads into my next point of me just really not understanding what's with all of these creators just not being able to not talk to minors. If Mr. Beast wanted to host a fucking challenge that everyone just fails on and he gets to keep all of his money, all he has to do is group up a ton of these different creators and host a try not to talk to minors challenge. I swear to you, every singular last one of them will fail within a few hours. And what I'm about to say doesn't really make anyone else's situation that talk to minors better. All it does is make Dr. Disrespect that much worse. Because like he kinda just pointed out in the tweet there himself, he had so much going for him. He had a loyal fan base that was pretty much willing to defend him the entire time. He had an entire family. He had the money. He basically had everything that anyone could reasonably want, but then he decided, nope, that's not enough for him. The one piece in his life that he's missing is talking to a fucking minor. I truly just don't understand it, and it's pissing me off the more I think about it. I swear to you, it's not like we're asking for that much. Just don't fucking inappropriately talk to minors. It's not even like we're asking you to avoid them like the plague, and the second you see one, just block them on everything and run away from them. If they're messaging you some normal shit like, hey, I love your content, I'm a huge fan, there's nothing wrong with responding back to them and maybe even conversing, as long as that conversation is 100% normal and grounded with something that you'd expect to see with a minor. And if it were to get to the point where it is inappropriate, either just ignore it, change the subject, or completely drop them altogether. I promise it's not that hard. Now, with this all said, don't get it fucking mistaken. I've seen all the remarks and labels being thrown around so loosely. Social media is a destruction zone. I'm no fucking predator or pedophile. I don't know too much about not being a predator, man. You genuinely just said mere seconds ago that you were inappropriately texting minors. I don't know how you say that while also denying to be a predator. That's actually damn near the definition of it. Anyone that truly knows me fucking knows where I stand on these things with these types of people. Fuck that. That's a different level of disgust that I fucking hate even hearing about. Don't be labeling me as the worst of the worst with your exaggerations. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Damn, Dr. Disrespect the age of consent. Maybe if you had directed all this anger into talking to women your own age, you wouldn't even be in this situation. He's getting so heated and angry here at basically everyone else as if we're the ones that made him talk to a minor. But to be fair, I will also kind of agree that some people are just straight up completely exaggerating it. Some people are blowing this out of proportion so bad that if someone was new to this situation and heard some of the shit that these people are saying, they just straight up think that Dr. Disrespect met up with this minor and everything. But I think I've said what I needed to say regarding the ban itself. That's it. That's why Twitch made the decision in 2020. To my team, community, and industry friends that have supported me, I apologize and wish I could have said all of this sooner. Like I said earlier, I highly doubt that that's the case. He benefited heavily from not being able to say this sooner. You guys have always showed me and my family love and support throughout these years. We love you guys like you can't imagine. I have the fucking best community and circle. If any of this has made you uncomfortable, I get it. You don't have to support me anymore, but just know you have always been greatly appreciated. But trust me when I say this, to all my haters that live and breathe social media with zero life experience, I don't give a fuck about you. Damn, Dr. Disrespect, you got me. I guess you found out I'm secretly a Dr. Disrespect hater because I'm talking shit about you for texting minors. Finally, if you're uncomfortable with this entire statement and think I'm a piece of shit, kinda, that's fine. But I'm not fucking going anywhere. I don't know about that. I'm not the same guy that made this mistake all those years ago. I'm taking an extended vacation with my family as mentioned on stream, and I'm coming back with a heavy weight off my shoulders. They want me to disappear. Yeah, fucking right. And yep, that's the end of the tweet there. And after this, I'm almost 100% certain that he just thought everyone would be supporting him after this, and he couldn't be further from the truth. I've not even seen a singular person person supporting him on this, and to prove the point even more, like I said, we're going to be taking a look at some of his closest friends' response to this. But before we hop into those, I just wanted to bring up a pretty good comment that I seen under the post, and it says, "I like Doc and his content, but unless you were lied to about their age," which I feel like he would have mentioned, "I don't see how these were casual, mutual conversations that sometimes lean too much in the direction of being inappropriate helps your case." And this guy pretty much hit the nail on the head. If he had any chance at all of people backing him and supporting him after saying this, his only real hope would have been if they lied about their age, because with that, it's a bit more understandable because they lied about their age. But like this commenter also said, I don't really think that's the case at all, because if it was, he definitely would have mentioned that, since that would have probably been his main defense. He probably never brought up anything about their age because he knew that just really make it worse, especially considering that he most likely knew that they were a minor. But with that specific comment out of the way, we don't really need to dive into too much of the other ones because they're pretty much all the same things, and that's just saying shit like this guy and Drake would get along, posting pictures of EDP, and just general criticism because of course it would be. So we're gonna just hop straight into his friend's response with this post right here saying, "Tim the Tatman and Nick Merckx have both responded to Dr. Disrespect admitting to messaging a minor. Both have outright said that they can't support Doc any longer."
Wow, this is absolutely insane, bro. Everything I'm seeing. I have known Doc for a while now. We've played games for years, and seeing everything that is spiraling right now is a very difficult thing for me personally, and I'm sure for a lot of y'all out there. I know a lot of you are asking, Tim, what are you feeling? Tim, what are you feeling? My bottom line, I think, is if what he is saying, where he said that he was messaging a minor and it would sometimes lead to teeter on inappropriate, if he knew that was a minor and those were the messages being sent, I cannot support that. I can't.
Now, looking at Tim's response to this, I could only imagine how sad and rough this is for his actual friends. They've been good friends for so long, playing games together, sharing all types of memories, grinding through the journey of streaming together, and doing all this other stuff, and then one day they just find out that their friend isn't really who they thought he was. They find out that their friend is a genuine fucking creep, a predator, and he got caught talking to minors inappropriately, and they just have to up and completely cut him off. Someone that you've been friends with for damn near majority of your life. So I really just feel bad for his friends here.
Yo, checking in. I'm seeing everything on Twitter, and I read through Doc's tweet, and in that very tweet, he basically confirms that, you know, he was texting an underage girl, and it went weird sometimes, you know, and look, just to be blunt and straightforward, man, that's inexcusable. It's unacceptable, right? There's no excuse for something like that, and I can't support it. Hang on, honey. Doing this, talking to Twitter. I can't support it. I can't defend it. And look, the boys and I are torn up over it too, man, because we played a lot of games with the guy, and it feels a little weird, but what can you do, you know? So I just wanted to update you guys on my thoughts and how I'm feeling. And I mean, look, I hope you guys have a good day, all right?
Now, after these responses, one of the things that I really like here is how they're really just not beating around the bush or anything. They're completely disapproving of this type of behavior and just cutting him off flat, just like that. And like I said with Tim's response, the same thing applies here. As sad as it is and as fucked up as it seems, I've seen too many situations where someone gets exposed for doing something like this, and, you know, it's of course their friend, so they might not want to just drop them off immediately, but they'll just try as hard as they can to defend their their friend and downplay what they did. So these two are really showing a great example of what should be done in a situation like this. And as much as I'm the type of person that likes to give people multiple chances to try to right their wrongs or whatever, like I said before, as fucked up as it seems, Nick Merckx said it the best, and it's 100% true. There's genuinely no excuse for something like this. And one of the biggest messages that I really got from this whole situation is you can never really be 100% positive on the type of person that someone is. Because even though I never really watched Dr. Disrespect, I know that he did have a super strong community and he was a super strong presence, and I never really even thought for a second that out of all people, he'd end up getting caught for doing something like this. But with that said, that's pretty much it on the Dr. Disrespect situation, and if you made it this far in the video, you probably liked something, so you may as well hit that like button and maybe even subscribe. You'd be helping us get one step closer to our goal of 1 billion subscribers. But I'm not gonna hold y'all for too long, so I'll catch you guys in the next one.